Hey everybody, welcome back around to the blog and drill. I am your host Doug here with your video blog for April 30th, 2015. The NFL draft starts tonight. We're going to get to that coverage here in a little bit. We also have news out of the NBA playoffs, and we're a month into Major League Baseball, and we will take a look at your Major League Baseball standings as well. But with the NFL draft starting tonight, I'm going to give you guys three things that I'm going to be watching for tonight and what will be going on in the NFL draft tonight with the first two rounds tonight. The first thing I'm going to be watching is what will the Eagles do? Are they going to move up for Marcus Mariota? I think it's going to be very tough for this team to move up from 20 all the way up to likely number 2, as I think Tennessee needs to leverage that they will be making a play for Marcus Mariota, and they need to leverage that against other teams to try to get teams to move up. I think with the acquisition of Sam Bradford in the offseason, I think it's a good possibility that they could try to put a package together, and that package would not have to be as great with Sam Bradford on the roster. They could put Bradford on there, a former number 1 pick coming off an injury. His value is probably lower, but I could see Bradford and possibly giving up 2 future first-round picks and 2 future second-round picks and getting that Marcus Mariota if Chip Kelly wants to go that route. That's what I think the cost will be. The next thing I want to look at is where will Shane Rey, the defensive end linebacker out of Missouri, fall to? Of course, we've had the news come out about him having marijuana on him and being arrested. He was not charged for marijuana use. He did not fail a drug test. He just had possession of marijuana. And we've heard his draft stock fall. He was a top 5 guy. Now that people are saying he could be a late first-round guy, I still think you need to make a play for Shane Rey. He didn't fail a drug test. He admitted that he had it in the car with him and just came out and basically talked about it. And I think that's impressive. And I think what we need to do is we need to look at Shane Rey. And still, I think this guy's a top 10 pick, and I think he could help a lot of teams in this NFL draft. And finally, the final question we have to look at is what will Dallas do? Are they going to take a running back in the first round to replace DeMarco Murray, or are they going to try and make a play for running back Adrian Peterson of the Minnesota Vikings? That's going to be something to watch as well. And really what I see happening is I see them taking Todd Gurley in the first round of this draft, or Melvin Gordon if one of them goes earlier. But I could see Todd Gurley being in Dallas and being a very effective running back for this team next year. As I think Todd Gurley was the most pro-ready running back before he had the suspension and the injuries. And I really like Gurley, and I think he could be an answer for the Dallas Cowboys as they move forward from this point. So that's just going to be something to look at. And I just gave you 3 things there to watch as we move forward with the NFL draft. I'm going to do an NFL draft wrap-up on Mondays. I'm coming back on the blog on Monday, so that's going to be a lot of fun as well. Let's get to the NBA playoffs, and before we get to that, we're going to have some big news out of the NBA. Billy Donovan, former Florida Gators head coach, is now the new Oklahoma City Thunder head coach. I think this is a big move for Billy Donovan. He's going to have to be going from juggling a team that wasn't even the most important sport at their school to a big-time program with Kevin Durant, with Russell Westbrook, 2 of the premier players in the NBA at this point. It's going to be interesting to see how Billy can juggle these guys, and he's kind of been a punchline in a while in the NBA. Back in 2007, of course, he took the Orlando Magic job before declining it and not showing up for the press conference. So that's going to be something to watch as we move forward with this team and what we see going on with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Tonight we have 2 playoff games for you as the Bulls will be on the road taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks were down 3-0, but they've now won 2 in a row. Michael Carter-Williams coming off a 22.9 assist game for the Bucks. And the Clippers are on the road taking on the Spurs as they face elimination with the Spurs up 3-2. And then tomorrow we will have another series going as well as the Atlanta Hawks will take on the Brooklyn Nets. Atlanta leads 3-2 with no home team winning a game yet in this series. Before we wrap it up here, let's go to your MLB standings. We'll have more NBA playoff action next week as well. So let's go to your Major League Baseball standings, and let's just take a look at the standings as they sit right now. In the American League East, we have the Yankees on top. Then we have Tampa, Boston, Baltimore, and Toronto all in 3 games. This division really up for grabs, but the Yankees have been playing very well as of late. Winners of 7 of their last 10. They've been winning series. They've won their last 3 series, and that's an important thing. The Masahiro Tanaka injury is a little scary at this point. He's going to be out for a month. That is going to put pressure on CC Sabathia to step up and pitch like the guy he should, and we'll likely see Ivan Nova coming back in the next couple of weeks. In the American League Central, Detroit is leading right now at 15-7. Kansas City's at 14-7. No other team is really in the race. Chicago, Minnesota, and Cleveland all under 500. Out west has to be the surprise, and the surprising player on this team is Dallas Keuchel. The Houston Astros are the only team in the West above 500 at 14-7. They have a 4-game lead. They've been getting good hitting from Kobe Rasmus, Jose Altuve. They've had some good pitching out of their bullpen with Tony Sipp pitching very well for this team, and they are leading the American League West right now by 4 games. In the National League East, another surprise as the New York Mets are the only team above 500 in this division, but the Washington Nationals are beginning to come on. Mets are at 15-7. Nationals currently sit at 9-13, 6 games back. In the Central, we have the St. Louis Cardinals, the perennial team in this division, sitting atop the division at 14-6. Chicago surprising people at 12-8, with just 2 games back, kind of living up to the hype that everybody thought they would. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and Milwaukee's off to a dismal start, the worst start in baseball right now, at 5-17. And then finally, we'll head to the NL West with the LA Dodgers at 13-8, Colorado 11-10, and the World Series defending Giants right now at 9-13. Very dismal start for this team as well. That just gives you a little breakdown of the divisions in Major League Baseball and what is going on around the league, with Dallas Keuchel really being the star in the first month with a 3-0 record and a sub-1 ERA. All right, I'll be back on Monday with more insight for you. NBA action. We'll also talk NASCAR at Talladega as they head to Talladega this weekend. We'll also talk some more Mayweather-Pacquiao. Wrap up. By the way, I am taking Floyd Mayweather to get the win and to get it done. I think it's going to be a great fight. I'll take Floyd to win it, and it will be in a late round knockout of Manny Pacquiao. All right, I'll be back on Monday. You can check me out on sportsmindednews.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at YankeeBaller415. You can comment, question, subscribe to my page. Thanks for tuning into the Blog and Drill. I'll be back on Monday. Have a great weekend.